Hi, moms and dads. It's Mel coming to you from a beautiful field of what I think is flowering broccoli. Tastes like it anyway. I've got a little checklist for you guys today about physical conditions of an ideal learning environment. First off, sleep is so important to learning. If you're fatigued, you're not going to be able to focus. Same with your child. In order to give you the best information, I consulted the experts. So here with us today is an expert on the field of chronobiology. Can I introduce you all to Dr. Hurdy-Gurdy?
Oh, hello, darlings. Can I interest you in some intellectually stimulating facts regarding our circadian rhythms and the effect they have on learning and focus?
Yes, please enlighten us, Dr. Hurdy-Gurdy.
Am I on? We at the university like to think of chronobiology as the science of good timing. For example, on average, we experience a peak of alertness and energy at around noon and 6 p.m. And the best time to make difficult decisions is between 1 and 3 hours after waking.
Can you tell us, Doctor, when is the best time to ask for a raise?
Oh, that's easy. Friday afternoon, when your boss is in a good mood.
Makes sense to me. And so, what can you tell us about circadian rhythms in children?
Well, for a start, children and older people have an earlier phase. That is, their peak times are earlier than average, whereas adolescents and teenagers are phase delayed, or night owls. Bedtimes for children, even on weekends, can assist in maintaining healthy, regular circadian rhythms. Young children may need as much as 13 or 14 hours of sleep per day. As we age, our sleep needs are less, but teenagers still require between 8 and 10 hours per night for optimal brain function.
Thank you for your riveting talk.
I hope you weren't bored. I, of all people, know what it's like to be bored. Get it? Bored?
Not at all. Another big one is food. When we eat, our blood flow is taken down into the digestive tract and away from the extremities. So it goes from the hands and feet and brain down into the stomach in order to facilitate our digestion of our food. Therefore, although it's not a good idea to study on an empty stomach, it's also not ideal to study right after eating, especially a large meal. Also to keep in mind for your kids is if they've just had a bit of sugar, even unrefined sugar like fruit, it will cause their sugar blood levels to spike. They'll have more energy and therefore will want to do some more kind of physical activities to get that energy out of their system. Some foods that are great for study, for your own information, as well as for your home classroom are, as I said, high protein foods, foods that are high in omega-3, good for the brain, apparently, and also fruits and vegetables. Food intolerances are also worth a mention. Apparently, you can have an emotional reaction to foods that you're intolerant to even days after you've eaten them. Of course, sometimes food intolerance causes physical symptoms, but not always. Salicylates and amines, as well as food colorings, glutamates, and preservatives, have been linked to behavioral issues in some children. The extent to which food intolerance affects children is still unknown and needs further study. However, the incidence of food intolerance seems to be growing, and so I feel it's relevant to mention it here. Another thing to keep in mind when you're organizing the timing of your home classroom is to schedule in breaks fairly frequently, or at least shifts in the focus for the kids. Different age kids have different attention spans, and one really cool thing I found while I was researching this for you guys is that teachers have this handy equation. Most children can concentrate on any one task for approximately 2 minutes times their age. The upper limit of concentration is approximately 5 minutes times their age. Some other things that are good to bear in mind are making the space comfortable for your kids to work in. This means having some comfortable furniture often. It means allowing them to have a little bit of movement occasionally. Some kids also like to fidget, so they might want to have something in their hands, or just a way to stand up or sit down or move around during or between lessons. You want to have sufficient light for reading and writing, and sufficient ventilation. So if it's a bit stuffy, there's not good airflow, then it can be a little bit hard to concentrate. Temperature around 22 degrees Celsius or 72 degrees Fahrenheit, give or take, is also ideal according to scientific research. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys learned something today. I know I certainly did. In the next video, I'll be talking to you guys about the psychological conditions for learning, which I find totally fascinating. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share so that other parents and families can get the benefit. See you later. Do you know what time it is when an elephant sits on your clock? Time to buy a new clock!